If you've been keeping up with all the recent Genshin Impact news and wondering exactly how many wishes you can realistically save during version 7.0, then this is the complete breakdown you've been waiting for. Today, we're covering every major source of Primogems players can expect throughout the update. Whether you're preparing for the arrival of the brand new character Odette, planning to summon on one of the returning banners, or simply trying to maximize your savings before future Snezhnaya updates, this is the patch where everyone suddenly starts pulling out their Primo calculators again like some long-forgotten artifact. We'll break down how many Primogems players are expected to collect over the full duration of version 7.0 and exactly how those totals translate into real wishes for the banners ahead. Version 7.0 is currently expected to release on August 12th, marking the full arrival of the Cryo Nation, Snezhnaya, the homeland of the Fatui. Just a few days ago, Hoyoverse officially revealed the drip marketing for version 7.0, finally confirming both Odette and Alyosha as the newest playable characters arriving in the update. Odette is a 5-star cryo sword user. Based on her current kit, she's an off-field cryo sub-DPS and a universal stellar enabler. Right now, she appears to be the strongest cryo enabler available for Sandrone teams. Here's a fun detail from the recent leaks. While she's in her dancing idle animation, repeatedly pressing her elemental skill will actually extend the duration of the dance. Now here's what beta testers are saying after playing Odette, because that's the part most players care about. The biggest thing nearly everyone agrees on is how smooth she feels to play. You cast her skill, swap to another character, and her summon continues applying cryo while your main DPS stays on the field. Testers are also reporting more than a 20% DPS increase at C0 in Sandrone teams thanks to her off-field damage and buff transfer mechanic. That said, she's clearly designed around stellar teams. Outside of the new reactions, many testers feel she's much easier to replace. Even so, the overall reception has been extremely positive, with many already calling her one of the strongest cryo supports for the upcoming Snezhnaya meta. But Odette isn't the only good news. According to the latest leaks, version 7.0 is also expected to give away 2 free 4-star characters. The first is Alyosha, a brand new Electro Polearm support obtained through the Archon quest. He provides attack buffs, healing, and is built specifically around stellar conduct. Early impressions describe him as a solid free option, especially alongside Sandrone and Odette, although he isn't currently considered meta-defining and seems to perform much better with additional constellations. The second free character is Diona. She's reportedly available through the flagship event, and thanks to her version 6.7 buffs, she now fits extremely well into the new stellar reaction teams. She provides shields, healing, additional cryo attacks whenever stellar conduct is triggered, and even increases reaction damage, making her much more valuable than just another free rerun. Now, let's get into the numbers. Version 7.0 is expected to follow the standard 42-day patch schedule, giving players plenty of time to steadily build up Primogems through regular gameplay. The most reliable and consistent source of Primogems remains the daily commission system. Completing all 4 commissions rewards players with 60 Primogems every day. At first, that might not seem like much, but over the full 42-day duration of the patch, it adds up to 2,520 Primogems. For both free-to-play players and light spenders, this steady daily income continues to serve as the foundation of almost every Primogem calculation throughout the update. Outside of commissions, Spiral Abyss remains one of the strongest sources of Primogems in the game. During version 7.0, it's expected to reset twice. Players who fully clear all 12 floors with a maximum 36 stars will earn 800 Primogems from each reset. Realistically though, most players will probably earn a little less depending on their account, team synergy, and performance in the more difficult chambers. For the average player, around 600 Primogems per reset is usually a more realistic estimate, bringing the total to roughly 1,200 Primogems across both resets. Even if you can't fully clear every floor, partial clears still add up over time and contribute a noticeable amount toward your overall Primogem savings. Paymon's Bargains also continues to be another valuable source of extra wishes during the patch. Players can purchase a total of 5 Intertwined Fates using Masterless Star Glitter, and since each fate is worth the equivalent of 160 Primogems, those purchases add up to another 800 Primogems. If you've already saved Star Glitter from previous banner pulls, this remains one of the easiest and most efficient ways to increase your pulling potential without any any additional farming. Another major source of Primogems comes from the Imaginarium Theater. By successfully clearing the full sequence of acts, players can earn up to 1,000 Primogems in total. Even if you don't complete every act, simply reaching Act 8 still rewards around 620 Primogems per reset. No matter how far you manage to progress, this mode continues to be well worth completing because the rewards scale nicely based on how much progress you're able to make. Stygian Onslaught may not be the flashiest event in terms of presentation, but it still offers a respectable amount of rewards for a fairly small time investment. Clearing the first 3 difficulty tiers rewards players with a combined total of 450 Primogems. Meanwhile, the flagship event for version 7.0 is currently expected to reward around 920 Primogems on its own, making it the largest individual event reward available during the patch. Alongside that, several smaller side events are also expected throughout the update. Version 7.0 reportedly includes 2 additional events that each reward approximately 420 Primogems, contributing another 840 Primogems to the overall total. Combined together, the rewards from events alone are currently expected to reach around 1,760 Primogems. Beyond the permanent game modes and major events, there are also several smaller Primogem sources spread throughout the patch. Character trial runs will provide another 80 Primogems. Logging into Hoyoalabi during the update rewards an additional 80 Primogems, while progressing through various achievements is expected to contribute roughly 545 Primogems. Web events, along with limited time redemption codes, are also expected to add another 310 Primogems overall. Individually, these rewards may not seem very significant, but once combined, they provide a surprisingly noticeable boost to your final Primogem total. For players who enjoy progressing through the story, version 7.0 introduces new Archon quests that continue the main storyline. These become permanent additions to the game, and completing them rewards 590 Primogems along with 2 Intertwined Fates, bringing the total value to 910 Primogems. On top of that, the New World quests and side quests available in version 7.0 are expected to reward another 420 Primogems. These quests are a solid addition to your overall total, especially since most players will want to experience the new story content anyway. It's a great balance between progressing through the story and earning valuable rewards. Exploration also continues to play a major role in Primogem farming during every large regional update. The open world provides a healthy amount of Primogems through treasure chests, hidden puzzles, secret encounters, and various exploration activities scattered across the map. Players are currently expected to collect around 2,620 Primogems from exploration alone. On top of that, completing the newest offering system rewards another 1,250 Primogems. For players who enjoy exploring every corner of a new region at their own pace, this remains one of the most rewarding ways to steadily build up Primogems throughout the patch. There will also be limited time exploration missions tied specifically to version 7.0, and completing these objectives is expected to reward another 400 Primogems. These activities may require a little more attention than normal exploration, but they still represent another worthwhile source of extra rewards for active players. Maintenance compensation also remains one of the few guaranteed sources of free Primogems every update. Just like previous versions, players can expect to receive a total of 600 Primogems, which usually includes 300 Primogems for server maintenance, along with another 300 Primogems distributed as compensation for bug fixes and additional goodwill rewards from the developers. On top of that, the version 7.1 special program live stream is expected to continue the long-running tradition of releasing 3 promotional redemption codes worth 100 Primogems each. That adds another 300 Primogems for players who redeem the codes before they expire. Once all of these sources are added together, including daily commissions, Spiral Abyss, Paymon's Bargains, Imaginarium Theater, events, maintenance compensation, login rewards, achievements, exploration, and story content, the estimated total for an active free-to-play player during version 7.0 comes to approximately 15,000 Primogems. with the potential to be even higher depending on how much content you complete. That converts into roughly 95 or more wishes, placing players comfortably within 5-star pity while giving them a very strong chance of obtaining one of the featured banner characters. Even players who take a more relaxed approach can still realistically expect to collect over 75 wishes without excessive grinding, which is still a very respectable amount for any upcoming banner. Overall, version 7.0 is shaping up to offer a wide variety of opportunities for players to earn Primogems throughout the update. By taking part in the available activities and events, players can build a strong reserve of wishes and prepare for whichever banners they decide to summon on. Whether your goal is pulling Odette as soon as she arrives, or simply continuing to save for the major banners coming later in Snezhnaya, this patch appears to provide enough resources to move players significantly closer to that goal. Hopefully, this complete breakdown helps you plan your pulls more effectively and get the maximum value out of everything version 7.0 is expected to offer. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.
All right, now we're talking.